plaintiff, Ashley McGrew, moved in with the defendant while dealing with an emotional breakup. But soon after, she realized the defendant wanted to date her. Ashley claims once she started dating her witness, things between her and the defendant got even worse. And she's suing him today for property and emotional distress. Defendant David Cole admits that he asked Ashley out to dinner one time, but after she rejected him, he never asked her out again. David's countersuing Ashley for property damage and storage fees.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Yes, I met Mr. Cole in the summer of last year. He let me move in during a very emotional, hard breakup, very hard time of my life. He told me I could live there rent-free, and during that time, shortly thereafter when I moved in...
It wasn't rent-free. You had to pay the
You're right, I
utilities.
pay utilities and cable and bills. So, but other than that, it was rent-free. And during that time, shortly after I moved in, things became a little uncomfortable. He was coming to my place of business every week.
You were what?
He was coming to my place of business every week. I'm a bartender.
To do what?
Well, he was staying there from the time I started at 6 p.m. until 2:30 in the morning
For what purpose?
to hang out and drink, but it was every week. And
So
then
how did that bother you?
Because he was getting upset when male customers would talk to me.
That's not true at all.
Well, you think he wanted you?
I know he did, actually.
All right, well, you lived in the same house,
Yep.
right? So you didn't have to go to the bar. He had you right there. You just go knock on the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
So about September, excuse me, there was an incident where he came into my other place of business and asked me on a date. When I said no, he texted
Why
me
do you
about
have
it.
to do everything at your business and you all live right there? Go ahead. So this time, a new job, he came there to ask you if you were dating.
And I
Go
do have
ahead.
a text message proving that.
All right, let's see it.
So,
It's just so odd. I guess he needed people around to boost his confidence. All right. Go ahead.
and then shortly thereafter,
What did you tell him?
I said no. You know, I think it's best if we keep it. We're roommates, we're friends. I don't think that's a good idea.
I believe you said, no, I'm at work right now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So then it continued. Let's go to December, mid-December, I started dating Justin. And that's when things became really weird. Shortly before that, he was coming in my room, cleaning my room when I was gone, letting people sleep in my room when I wasn't home.
I never cleaned your room when you were gone.
All right, you give me some background, sir.
I met Ashley through a mutual friend. She became a friend. She was in a hard time, needed a place to stay. Offered my house to her, said she can rent a room, more than welcome to move in, cheap rent. As the relationship progressed, as our friendship progressed, I noticed things just, things weren't working out. There was lack of respect at my house. Things weren't being picked up, things weren't being cleaned. We would do dishes for her because she wouldn't do her dishes. And it got to a certain point to where it just, I'm starting to figure out who she really was. And that was not a good character, good person.
Was that before or after she told you she wouldn't date you?
It was after and before. She had a drinking problem.
So,
there was
before you saw problems in her?
I saw problems, but I saw her working on her problems.
Okay, so you wanted to date a problematic woman.
Well, she seemed like a nice person.
Hey, good enough. Everybody has their own thing. Go ahead. So afterwards, what?
Basically, the relationship, our friendship started to fall apart.
Why?
Every time I'd confront her about damaged property at my house, she would lose her cool, feel attacked, couldn't talk to her about anything without her feeling attacked, couldn't finish a conversation.
Did you go to her job and hang around 8-10 hours at a time?
No, I'd go there to play pool. I have other friends at that bar as well.
How about the other job? Wasn't it another job? Did you ask her to date you at that job?
Yeah, I went to that job 3
To ask her to
times.
date you?
I went there one time, asked her out to dinner. She said no. That was it, the only time I asked her out.
Okay, and you did that verbally?
I sent her a text.
While you were there?
Yeah. No, when I was on my way home.
On your way home?
On my way home. I stopped by, said hi, gave her a gift.
It's not true at all. Actually, you went to get cigarettes
Hold on,
and you came
ma'am.
back.
Hold on, ma'am. I'm trying to make sense of what he's saying. He came to your job. He gave you a gift. Wanted to say hi. His real motive was to date you. But he just decided to text you that on the way home. Instead of, while giving you the gift, come to say hi.
He
being
verbally
nice,
asked me as well
See
while he
you
was-
face to face, he would say, hey, how you doing? You want to go out? That's typically the time, but you say you waited till you were on the way home. Yeah, maybe that's why it didn't work out, sir. I think you did that a little backwards. Nonetheless, tell me why you're suing regarding your property. What did happen?
I'm suing because I was given an informal 30-day notice, no written agreement, just a text message. On
Did we have a rental agreement in the beginning?
How long had you been there?
about 5 months.
Okay, yeah, you had one.
Yeah.
You had an agreement.
Before that 30 days was up, I went to him and I asked him for a couple extra weeks because I was going through the process of
But he
finding
did give you 30-day notice?
did.
All right.
over text, yes. And the day I moved some stuff out, and the next day I went back for the rest, and I was locked out, so the locks were changed.
All right. And did you attempt to get your items later?
Yes, I did. I brought
what
the police, and they said it's a civil matter, and I have to take him to court for it. So.
Okay. And why'd you get the police first? Why couldn't you just ask?
I did. He claims that I owe him $500. Well, initially it was $500 for a couch that my dog single-handedly chewed up. Even after I had told him that I would help him replace it, we had nothing in writing though. And so now he's, that monetary value came out of nowhere. So I didn't feel like paying
The
him.
couch wasn't free.
It wasn't $500 either.
It was more.
What do you want to tell me about the property, sir?
I have pictures of the property that was damaged,
Me too.
and
Of
basically
her property?
of my property.
No, you need to address why she's suing you. She's suing you.
Oh yeah, I gave her.
yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. I gave her 30-day notice. She didn't move anything in that point in time. She asked me till the end of the month. So at the end of the month came. She came that night at 8:00 p.m. A little after 8. She loaded up her hygiene products out of the bathroom, a little bit of stuff out of the cupboard, and curtains off the windows. Everything else was left in the room. At that point in time, she did that and she left. The next day, yes, I had the locks changed. When she came back and she wanted to acquire her stuff, I said, no problem, you can have your items, just pay for the couch that was damaged.
Okay. So in the process of her continuing to move, you changed the locks.
No, it was after the point in time, Your Honor.
All her things were gone?
No.
She couldn't come
After
and get
the
them.
point in time that I had given her to move out, plus the extra time.
But she was still moving. She had items there, meaning she was still moving.
Right,
So if she
she
wanted
had-
to come, you had changed the locks. So she
That
couldn't
was
come and get
well
her things.
after her notice, Your Honor.
No, while she was moving. When is the last time she had been there moving?
February 28th.
And when did you change the locks?
March 1st.
Yeah, right. And she wasn't finished moving, and you changed the locks during that process. Secondly, you withheld illegally her property. That's illegal. Typically, you get treble damages. And today, she's asked for the maximum of $5,000, so can't give her treble because we don't give $15,000. But your claim is dismissed. That was an illegal eviction, changing the locks before she's finished. Even though you got a notice, you saw her moving. Your claim is dismissed. Yours is granted. Have a good day.
I'm just really happy right now. It all worked out the way it was supposed to.
You're delusional. That's all I got to say.
And you're a creep.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
You let someone nice into your house doing a nice favor, and then
All
you
I
want to
did
go
was
and ask
help
them
her
out.
bro. That's all I did. Just helped her out. Thanks. I appreciate the thank you. How do you like sharing her with her other boyfriend?